the unbeaten. Somebody's O must go. Right now, the Valor in the lead. Travis Thomas, Santana Moss, gonna finish strong here, Santana. Second half of Arena League football.
Yeah, man. Looking forward to see what these teams can bring us this second half. You know, everybody get a chance to regroup, go in the locker room, settle down a little bit. I'm pretty sure both teams are settled because they both found their groups early in the first half. So let's see what the second half can bring us for the Valor and the Soul.
Yeah, we'll see here. Now, the Valor are going to kick off first. So we'll get a look at this Soul offense. You and I were talking about how dangerous this offense is, especially last week. Dave Rodenbach, there was 5 touchdowns in their win over Tampa. But Santana, it's really been the Darius Reynolds show. Yeah. I haven't really seen anyone else on their side of the ball make an impact other than Reynolds.
Yeah, well, you know, for the Valor standpoint of the game, they can't come out, you know, like they did the first game. You know, they came out a little dry in the second half. So let's see what these guys bring to the table this second half. Okay,
kick is off. Chris DeVault scoops it up. He's trying to get out of the end zone. He's got nowhere to go. And he gets folded like a cheap tent, Santana.
Oh, no question, man. He did what he could, and after that, I just took the knee. I'm not taking licks. I'm going to take a knee.
What we call it in the first half, a business decision.
A business decision, buddy. Take the knee before you take the licks.
Oh, my goodness. 31-28. Valor on top as the second half gets underway here. And we'll get a look at this Philadelphia Soul offense coming out. And they played well in the first half, couple turnovers. In fact, we saw Tracy Belton get the pick 6 early in the game. And the thing is, with Belton, we haven't really heard his name much since then.
Yeah, he's been quiet.
Is that him, or is it the Soul maybe going away from him?
Just going away from him. And then, you know, one time that he had a chance that had great coverage, he got beat. So let's see what he can do the second half.
Okay, Rodenbaugh drops back, goes over the middle there to Ryan McDaniel, who can't hold on. So incomplete, bringing up a second down there. And Cameron McGlynn on the coverage, pretty good coverage there.
Yeah,
and
great
just
coverage.
Seemed like a bad pass as we take another look at it.
He threw it where he can throw it at, threw it down so the guy can go down there and get it. It was great coverage from the start. So as a quarterback, you want to give your receiver a chance to make that play, and he did the best he could. I think that was just a drop ball.
Second down, coming up now for the Soul. And there was some movement there as a flag pops out. The pass is complete, however, to Darius Reynolds. And we'll see what this penalty call is. There was definitely some movement up there at the line of scrimmage.
Looked like Reggie Wilson was offsides. That was my naked eye saw, but let's see what's going on.
Defense number 11.
Yeah.
That penalty is declined. Results of the play, completed catch, first down.
So you were correct on the call there. Penalties declined. 14-yard pickup, first down for the Soul.
No question. These guys came out with a surge, man. They're trying to move the ball. The first play was incomplete, and they got back in rhythm with going to their number 1 guy, Darius Reynolds.
Okay, first down now. Fresh set of downs for the Soul. 31-28. Valor on top as of now, as the second half just getting underway. And there's the big
Mama, there go that man.
Michael Benson, chicken and biscuits, baby, running the football, and he's going nowhere, and there's a flag, so we'll see what that calls.
You say that's chicken and biscuits. I say that's some other pork chops.
Personal foul, clipping, number 76, offense.
All right.
Penalty is half the distance to the goal. First down.
There we go. A little bit of help there, too, as we back him up more. Yes, Adam Smith there with the clipping. Smothered pork
chops, man. Yeah, that guy's from the South. If I didn't know nothing about Mr. Benson himself, I would say he's from the South. He eats well, and it's not his fault.
And now he's up there in Philly, so he's getting plenty of cheesesteaks.
Yes, Lord.
First down. Oh, man, Santana, you are something. First and 18 now, ball on the 8. So back it up, back it up. 31-28 Valor on top. 12:45 remaining in the third. Man in motion.
Got action.
And it was Darius Reynolds there, but couldn't hang on to it. But honestly, I mean, your boy, you brought him up all night. Terrence Smith is right there. He probably heard the footsteps from Terrence Smith as that pass falls incomplete.
Yeah, you know, that was one of those business decisions also. You know, he was wide open, but he felt those footsteps, and that was actually McGlenn sitting there.
Oh, that was McGlenn?
He was sitting there waiting in coverage, you know, and I think Darius just said, hey, I'll live to see another day.
No question. Second down and 18 now. Ball still on the 8-yard line. 31-28. Valor on top. 12 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Rodenbaugh drops back. Has a man, and it's my favorite. Ready for this, Santana? Sean Kalinamoku. Huh?
Great job, my friend.
How'd I do?
Great job, my friend.
I tell you what.
SK.
13-yard pickup there. And they're a little short of the first down, so it'll be 3rd and 5, ball on the 21. 31-28, Valor on top, 11:35 remaining in this third quarter. Soul trying to move the ball, trying to put together a good drive and get some points here on the board in a game where we've seen a lot of scoring. And there's another pass over to Kalinamoku. And you see, it looks like that should be good for a first down to me.
Yeah, that was some great coverage by Addison. He was there. He made sure he didn't get much after the catch.
First down there for the Philadelphia Soul. 31-28, 11 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Valor on top as of now. Soul threatening, moving the ball, having a pretty good-looking drive here. Man in motion is Ryan McDaniel, and that's where they go to that back corner, and he just led him a little too far. Dan Rodenbaugh, the quarterback, led McDaniel a little too much. He did have a man beat, though, Tana.
Yeah, I believe the quarterback's going to kick himself in the behind for that one, man, because he had McDaniels wide open, and all he had to do is toss the ball with enough flight and not throw it to, not overthrow the receiver. And you can see right there, McDaniel, he was testing those corners out before during pregame, and he made sure that he kind of slid into it before he ran out of it or took that divot that's out there in the back of the end zone.
Something of note, too, Rodenbaugh threw off his back foot there. Maybe if he plants, he had plenty of time. Maybe if he plants, he can make a more accurate throw. Second down and 10, ball on the 24. Rodenbaugh back, pocket collapses. He's going to dip Santana, and he runs and picks up a Soul first down. 31-28, Valor on top, 9:50 remaining in the third. There was nowhere to go, so why not tuck it and run?
Sometimes you have to do that. That was a great decision by the quarterback. He seen no one open. He saw a gaping. He saw a gaping hole in the defense, and he took what he saw, and he made sure he got down there and got down with a slid. So that was a great play by a veteran quarterback.
No question. 31-28, Valor on top. 9:30 remaining in the third quarter. First down now. Fresh set of downs for the Soul. Ball on the 13. And this has been a very impressive drive as Reynolds goes in motion. Keep your eye on him. He's their best player.
Oh, no.
Instead, Rodenbaugh kind of just dumps it off there to Adam Smith. And I think he was just under duress, Santana. There was nowhere for him to go. As that ball falls incomplete.
Yeah, I wouldn't think that they have a play designed for a guy like Adam Smith, but I could be wrong. Adam Smith is a guy that looks like he's not normally able to make those kind of plays, and you can see right there with the way he looked at that ball when it hit his hands. He wasn't sure that his hands was even attached to his body at that moment.
No question. Reggie Wilson, you see slapping the turf there. Felt like maybe he could have had an interception. Second down and 10. Ball still on the 13-yard line. Valor on top as of now, 31-28 with 8:35 remaining in the third. Rodenbaugh back to pass. Wide open, man. That's a touchdown, Soul. How about this? Sean Kalinamoku with the touchdown.
Hey, I tip my hat off to you, man. You're getting better every time you pronounce his name. But like I saw from the start, they had action early. Someone just missed that guy.
Yeah, blown coverage there as the Soul go up 34-31. Extra point on the way here. 14-yard touchdown pass from Rodenbaugh to a man we'll just call SK. We await the extra point here as the Soul looking to go up 35-31, and the extra point is indeed good. So it's 7:53 remaining in the third quarter. Philadelphia Soul have taken the lead 35-31 over the Washington Valor. And Santana, look, we kind of knew this was coming, right? I mean, no one's surprised here. We knew it would be a back and forth. This feels to me like a heavyweight fight.
No question, buddy. You have the defending champs in your house. And like I said before, the Valor came out strong. They came out hard. They was up by almost 2 touchdowns at one point in time in this game. But when you're the defending champs, it's the reason you're the defending champs. And the Soul have shown a surge and shown why they're sticking close in this game. Now they're ahead again for the second time.
Sights and sounds from the Washington Valor huddle. We actually saw head coach Dean Coquinos talking to Tracy Belton over off to the side. Going back to your point on that last touchdown, maybe there was a sort of blown coverage of some sort, and maybe it was Belton.
It was a great offensive scheme, man. If you watched the guy when he came in motion, you had the safety in the middle of the field that had him, but when he made that outside move, the safety had to take the guy who replaced him, and then there was nobody left to cover that guy. So it was a great offensive scheme. It was a great route combination, and that's why he was so wide open.
And right now, the holdup is Eric Meyer can't find his helmet. That's kind of important, Santana. You can't play the quarterback position without the helmet, man.
Well, I know one thing. When it comes to quarterbacks, they can find it. So they're going to make sure they find that helmet. We had an instance like that in the Super Bowl that just passed.
That's right.
Tom Brady got his jersey stolen, and they found that. Took them a little while, but they found it.
Well, hopefully Meyer could get it as the kick goes into the Bud Light party zone. And I feel like a couple fans are wearing beer right now as that ball goes into the drink, baby. I'm looking for Meyer. Let's see. He still is helmetless, Santana. He's going to borrow a teammate.
He got to share.
Oh, man, that's awesome. That was your boy, Terrence Smith, gave his helmet up to Eric Meyer. I guess they have similar size heads, Santana, so there you go. Fun fact.
I don't see how with all them. Terrence Smith has a head full of hair.
Yeah. Rodenbaugh, by the way, 163 yards, 3 touchdowns, and an interception. So we saw him throw 5 last week. He's got 3 tonight. But we're just getting started here in the third quarter. 35-31, Soul on top of the Valor. Meyer drops back, and he's just going to throw this one away. Nothing going there. He didn't have anyone open, and he was under duress. So a smart move there from Meyer as the clock continues to tick here. Just above 7 minutes. Soul on top, 35-31. Second down and 10 coming up. And the ball is on the 5-yard line for the Valor. So needing a good-looking drive here. First play from scrimmage. Thrown out of bounds by Eric Meyer. And we'll see what they do on second down as this play is blown dead from the beginning. And we'll wait and see what the call is.
Offense number 44, half the distance, second down.
So Will Corbin, the guilty party there, just got a little ahead of himself, and you'll back the offense up. So right now, Tana, it's almost feeling like there's no rhythm here in the first few plays we've seen.
Yeah, that's something that I talked about earlier, you know, when it came down to the second half of the Valor in the first game.
Yeah.
They didn't want to find themselves in a hole like they did, you know, in week 1.
Yeah.
Let's hope they can get something going on offense, man, and put some points on the board.
Yeah, that is a good point. Coming out of the half, it seemed to be a slow start for this team as Meyer finds T.T. Tolliver there right on the wall for a small gain. Nothing really going there. It's going to bring up a third down. But that's something to think about. I mean, and what is that, you think? I mean, coming out of the half, if the team, you know, takes a while to get going, what is that usually? Is it just adjusting to being back out there after halftime?
Yeah, it's adjusting, but at the same time, it's something dealing with the coaching, man. You know, and it's not to say the coach is not doing a great job.
Yeah.
They just have to do something a little different than what they're doing, take a different approach.
Sure, 3rd and 8, ball on the 7. As Eric Meyer and the offense looking to get something going. Meyer drops back. He has a clean pocket, and the pass is incomplete to T.T. Tolliver. Good defense there, quite frankly, by Torres Jones, who's been making plays all night long. Torres Jones, man, it's getting to the point where, dare I say it, you almost want to throw away from him, Santana. Pick on someone else.
I mean, Myers did a great job by finding a little time and he stood up in the pocket. That play probably could have went both ways. To me, it looked like Torres Jones had a little hand on the guy, and he got in there and, deflected the ball a little bit. But as a receiver, I would want to see that yellow flag.
Beauty of the Arena League game, no punts, baby. We're going after it. 4th and 8, ball on the 7. Myers gonna drop back.
He got action.
He's looking deep. He has a man, and you know who it is. Mike Washington with the big gain. First down, Valor.
Great route, great throw, and you can see a guy like Mike Washington don't have that gear that he wants, but he caught the pass and made sure he got down to save himself for the next play.
42-yard hookup, Meyer to Washington. We've been saying it all night, and we said it there for a first down for the Valor. Ball on the 11-yard line. 35-31, Soul on top with 4:15 remaining in the third, but that may not be for long as the Valor are threatening.
That was a great pass and catch.
Fantastic, and he had plenty of time in the pocket too. He could stand there and just read the defense and make a beautiful pass. And going to take a timeout here. Now I wonder if Meyer, it's actually a delay of game. Meyer didn't see something he liked out there. He walked up to the line of scrimmage, everyone's lined up, and he just started walking off. So I almost thought it would be a timeout, but they just take the delay of game. Makes you wonder what Meyer saw there. Maybe we can ask in the post game. So here we go. The man in motion will be Greg Carr. And they got Carr and Julius Gregory out there, 2 big receivers.
Oh, touchdown.
And he goes Gregory and just underthrows it, but this could be interference, Santana.
Well, I saw Carr initially get off the line pretty free, and I thought that they would take a shot with him, but he took a shot at Gregory, and Gregory did the best thing, tried to attack the ball, and the defender didn't see it, so it's a pass interference. Clearly a pass interference.
So James Romaine,
automatic first down.
Guilty with the interference. First down for the Valor. Romaine is a guy we saw take the missed field goal off of the uprights the other way. Here, he helps the Valor by pushing Julius Gregory. Pass interference there. And so fresh set of downs for the Valor. 1st and 15, ball on the 8-yard line now. Excuse me, 1st and 8, ball on the 8. 35-31, Soul on top of the Valor. 3:20 remaining in the third quarter. Greg Carr in motion, and Meyer goes to Julius Gregory. That pass is incomplete, but there is another flag on the play. Torres Jones.
Defense number 99. Penalty is half the distance. Automatic first down.
So Justin Lawrence with the roughing the passer. We saw Torres Jones coming up complaining, but there was a late hit on Eric Meyer. You got to call it.
No question. Lawrence did a little too much, during the play and after the play, and that caused him a penalty. When you look at what his secondary did that far in the game, they had pretty good coverage on the team, and they had pretty good coverage by their main man, Torres. So you want to make sure that you don't cause your team those kind of penalties or those mistakes, but he's been dealt with one.
Santana, I'm going to guess you're going to see some movement at quarterback here as Bernard Morris checks in for Eric Meyer. And they try to run the ball, but the play's actually blown dead before it ever.
Look like offsides on the offense.
False start. Offense number 74. 5-yard penalty. First down.
Deontay Savage guilty there. And Tan, as we see Bernard Morris come into this game, what are your thoughts with sort of switching quarterbacks on plays like that?
Well, it keeps the defense honest. You can't just prepare for one quarterback, and when you have a guy in there who's a dual threat, I'm pretty sure the defense said, well, he's going to run the ball, but what you have to do, as a Valor, coordinator, you have to have a couple of passes in there for this guy too, so you can make sure that defense don't think that he's just coming in on the run every time.
Myers back in now. He takes a shot at Mike Washington. It was well defense. No flags on the play. Washington wants one. He's not going to get it. As we see Meyer come back into the game.
We've been talking about both of these secondaries, man, and these guys have been playing real tight. There's no wonder why they can afford to, let a guy like Belton slip away from him.
No question about it, as James Romaine, who's had a busy night on the defense there, and good no call by the refs. I mean, to me, that looked like good defense.
They allow him to play football. We love to see that. 2nd
down and 9. Man in motion is T.T. Tolliver, the ageless wonder of the world. Myers pass.
Knock it down.
Looked like it was deflected, and it's intercepted. And guess who? Torres Jones with the interception in the end zone. But that ball, it either left Myers' hand funny or it was tipped. I'm not really sure what happened there. It came out like a lame duck, didn't it?
It was definitely tipped by one of the D linemen. Then
let's take a look at the replay.
It was actually like a punt then after that.
It was tipped, and that's an easy interception there, especially for some guy.
Yeah. At the end of the day, take the penalty and make sure you don't get the ball, or just find a way to make sure, no one gets it. But at that point of time, he didn't have a chance but to just tackle the guy.
Yeah, and that's a costly turnover. I mean, obviously, you get down in this end of the field, at the very least, you want to come up with 3 points. But to get a turnover, boy, that hurts, especially when you're dealing with a high-powered here in front of us, Santana.
One thing I notice about coming to these games as a fan, you get pretty nice gifts.
No question.
Throwing a lot of balls away.
No doubt about it. Gotta love Arena League. As the clock rolling top of the Valor. And we'll have a 2nd down coming up for the Soul offense. Ball on the 5-yard line. So lots of real estate to go here for the Soul, but we've seen that. He has a man on the sideline. Pass complete to Sean Kauleen Amoku. And the clock continues to run now. We're at 15 seconds. No urgency here. And I think they're going to let this run out. And we'll pick it up in the 4th. That ball's being spotted at the 16-yard line, and we'll have a fresh set it down. So 1st down for the Soul. Soul on top of Valor right now. I can't wait for the 4th quarter, Santana. Here's the stat brought to you by Red River. No Valor touchdowns in the 3rd quarter.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are here with the Valor coach of the week.
Terrence Smith trying to fire up his team. Let's go to Thunder Dan Nolan.
All right, so we're here with Josh. Josh is one of the few people, if you don't mind real quick, that got a ball at the game today. Now, I asked you to be on the air here because I want you to explain the art of catching the ball. This was not easy. As soon as the ball dropped, you just go like this and you hold on to it and you just don't let go. Now, can you give me an example one more time to not let go? Just, what was your position? There is no way that ball is getting out of that man's hands. You got like 3 or 4 hands in there, and you just, if you want it, you hold on to it, and you let everybody else just wait till they let go. So at that point, do you just run away? If they'll let you, but everybody's holding on. You just don't move. You just don't move. Look, Josh, you did it. You kept the ball. Congratulations, sir. Guys, back to you. This man, maybe they should stop.
Of course, next week at Cleveland on the road, first road game of the season. Back home against the Tampa Bay Storm. Back home against the Soul and the Cleveland Gladiators. So after they hit the road, they're back home for 3 straight. Gotta love the home field advantage.
No question. This is where you want to always put on a show for your fans. Thus far in this game, they have been doing that on both sides. Let's see if they can take over that fight by the brigade. So let's see if they can do the same thing here tonight against the Soul.
Well, first things first, they got to get a stop, get that ball back after that costly turnover. Ball is on the 16-yard line. It is a fresh set of downs for the Soul. And we saw Terrence Smith in that huddle. We heard it.
The first week that we met him, he looked like he was that guy to get everybody started and and make sure he can let know and put them in line.
No doubt about it. Raudenbaugh back to pass, and the catch is made over here on the sideline. Or was it incomplete? I couldn't tell. My monitor's blocking my view. It looked like an incomplete pass, so we'll have a second down coming up.
Yeah, Dominique on the coverage there.
35-31, Soul on top of the Valor. 14-30 remaining in the game. It's critical fourth quarter here for the Valor, needing to get a stop. Second down. Ball remains on the 16-yard line. Second down and 10. Brought a ball back to pass. Pass is complete, and it looks like it's going to be good for a first down. Sean Kalina-Moku with the catch, and it is indeed a first down. So chains moving here for the Soul. Raudenbaugh in a rhythm. 13-yard pickup there. And here, Tana, this is just a matter of moving the ball, but when you get down near that end zone, that's where that defense has to tighten up.
They have to find a way to put their back against the wall and come up with a stop right now. They're bleeding as a team, and you don't want to see these guys, go up again and get points out of this drive. It has to be a stop, and let's see if they can do that.
Even what it just does for you mentally, you certainly, the game's not over. We know in the Arena League you can put points up. Raudenbaugh drops back. He's looking in the end zone.
Good coverage.
And that was great coverage. He actually had Chris DeVault. Seemed like a pretty good pass, but the defense was fantastic as Cameron McGlenn with the coverage there.
That was a great play, man, by the defense. McGlenn was sitting back there. He didn't take the fake, and he was there to contest that pass.
No question about it. That brings up a second down here for the Soul. Ball on the 21. 35-31, Soul on top of the Valor. 12:40 remaining in the game. Valor looking to get a stop and nearly intercepted there by Terrence Smith, the guy who was firing up your defense. And I got to tell you something, Santana, he makes that catch and gets that interception, that's going the other way. He had a lot of real estate in front of him.
Play like that we seen a couple of weeks ago where he had a chance to change the difference in the game, and you need those kind of turnovers, because if you don't, the next play could be a touchdown. So let's hope that they can withstand this, but we've seen Terrence Smith in this situation before. He's a very great DB, and he plays the jack position on this team, and that's the catch right there that he wished he had.
You remember what he was telling us after the first game? He said, yeah, I might play the jack, but I'm a DB at heart. Raudenbaugh drops back.
Good job.
And another good defensive play. Back to back to back. This time it's Cameron McGlenn. So we've seen him now make a play down in the end zone, and right there on third down. So now, 4th and 10, Santana. Here we go.
Hey, when it comes down to these downs in the Arena League, you don't see a fourth down as a fourth down. Fourth down can be a touchdown. So McGlenn has been the guy that's been throwing it. He's been the guy that's been stepping up big this series, this drive. Let's see if the DBs can all play big like McGlenn's been playing. Keep everything in front of you and make sure they don't move the chains.
I'd like to hear Tracy Belton's name called on a play like this. 4th down, the crowd into it. Raudenbaugh drops back, nothing there. He throws it out of play. Now I think there was a jump here on the line of scrimmage. Valor arguing it was
offside. Defense number 93. 5-yard penalty. Replay 4th down.
So Reggie Wilson, or I'm sorry, Everett Dawkins, the guilty party there, and you see the jump.
Yeah. I mean, the defense has been putting themselves in this situation all game. You know, they can't afford it right now. At this point in the game, they're only down 4, so you can't afford these mistakes. And with your offense not playing as well as they would like to play the second half, yet you want to try to make a stand and make sure you don't give, you know, the Soul a chance of scoring. And at this moment right now, they're giving the Soul a second chance. So let's hope they can get a stop.
35-31, Soul on top of the Valor. 4th and 5, ball on the 16-yard line. Here we go, Tana. Let's go. Let's see if the Valor can get a stop when they need it most. Quick out there. Is it a catch? Looks like a catch, man. Sean Kaulina Moku. Man, his name gets on my nerves, but he can play.
Yeah, I mean, that was a great pitch and catch, you know, by the offense, by the Soul. You know, they knew that the Valor was going to make sure they defend that end zone, but they knew that all they wanted to do is move the chains. So he took advantage of what was given. McGlenn did the best thing he could do. You have a guy running full speed ahead at you. You got to give him some cushion, and he did just that, and that guy took advantage of it.
No question about it. Raudabaugh driving his team down. To your credit, a veteran quarterback, been here before, stage not too big. He drops back. He's looking in the end zone. Guess who? No surprise there. Darius Reynolds, their go-to man, with the emphatic spike on the touchdown. Soul, 41-31. 9-yard touchdown pass. And Darius Reynolds is a monster.
Yeah, you have to give credit to the quarterback for finding him. You got to give credit to Darius for making that catch. But like I said earlier, you know, with that drop pick by Terrence Smith, that gave this team a chance to be in this situation. And you see, you don't want to give a team like the Soul that second opportunity or that third opportunity, because not just one chance they had another chance by the defense jumping offside.
You're right, Tana. Not just the drop pick, but how about the offsides from Everett Dawkins? As an extra point is good. Everett Dawkins, his, offside there gave the Soul another shot at 4th down. They were able to pick up the 1st down and then convert it into points. Let's listen to the Valor huddle here.
All right, Jimmy, you good? All right, here we go. Jimmy, Payne, T. Smith, B. Morris, Belton, Greg, T.T. All right, y'all good? We got to get it right here. Let's go to the house. To the house. Let's go, y'all. Let's go. Okay, man. 1, 2, 3. To the house.
To the house. 42-31. Soul on top of the Valor. But Santana, 9 minutes left in Arena League. It's plenty of time.
Oh man, it's a lifetime of time when you think about it. They have a lot of opportunity to really take over this game. You know, it's not over. It's definitely not over when it comes to how quick you can score.
So you're telling me not to hit the panic button.
Don't hit the panic button. Saying. What I would tell you, even if when it's time to panic, still don't panic.
Remain calm at all times.
Remain calm. At ease.
42-31. Philadelphia Soul on top of the Valor. Our Washington Valor right now. 9:04 remaining in the game. Santana telling me, don't panic. There's plenty of time.
Breathe easy.
Well, we do. Look, Santana, you can tell me not to panic all you want. We got to get some points right now. Field goal, touchdown, I don't care. Get something on the board. Raudabaugh right now, 19 of 31, 203 yards, and 4 touchdowns. This, Tana, coming off the heels of freaking 5 touchdowns last week. He's thrown 4 tonight.
Well, the guy came to play, and you can't fault, no one but the secondary. I can't even say the secondary, but the defense, the Valor for giving these guys a second chance. He's capitalized on a lot of second chance opportunities off of penalties and off of guys making mistakes, like drop picks and stuff like that. They got to come with it, man. We have to get some points out of this series right now, or it's going to be a long 9 minutes for the Valor.
No question about it. We'll find out the mettle of this team as the Valor taking on the defending champion Philadelphia Soul. They're in your house right now. They're up on you 2 scores. Let's see the guts. Let's see the mettle. Let's see the true grit from the Washington Valor. 9 minutes remaining in this ball game. And here we go. The kick is off. It's going to bounce off the net into the hands of your boy, Tana. Cameron McGlenn. He's got some daylight.
Hold on to it.
And a great return there from McGlenn. Tackled by Sean Daniels. And that was a good, and listen, you know this from in the return game. That kind of return can get a little momentum going even for your offense.
Field position is key, and he did just that. He gave his offense a chance to go out there and get a quick score on the board. Let's see what the offense can do with this good field position.
He hit that circle button and spun off of that and picked up some more yardage. So here we go. 42-31, Soul on top of the Valor. 8 minutes, 35 seconds remaining in this ball game. Meyer drops back. Meyer looking deep.
No.
And it looked like T.T. Tolliver fell on the play as that pass is almost intercepted by guess who? Torres Jones, who's been all over the place tonight. But it looked like T.T. Tolliver fell down on the route.
Meyer and T.T. are very lucky right there because
we read it, we saw it, we didn't make it.
Torres had a chance to make a pick.
Can't jump offside, though, guys. That drive was ours. All right, you can't do that. I can take the drop. I can't take giving them the fucking giving it to them. All right, we're gonna learn. It's over. Move on. It's over. We're all in this together. We're all making mistakes. We're gonna make a stop somewhere this fourth quarter. All right, we got them. You're on them.
Big man Anthony Parker with the catch and the scoop. How about that for a big man as Justin Lawrence brings him down? How about that for the big man?
It was much needed offense for this Valor offense. You want to see somebody that can spark the game. Hopefully Parker did just that because they've been in a little slump from drop balls to missed passes to even sack quarterbacks. They've been in the slump. They couldn't get nothing going, and Parker did just that series.
You brought up smothered pork chops earlier. What's Parker eating?
Oh, man.
Everything.
He's a Salisbury steak.
1st and 10, ball on the 17. Valor on the move. Meyer swings it out to T.T., the ageless wonder of the world. A nice little pickup there. It looks like he's going to be short from where I'm sitting. Of the 1st down. So we'll have a 2nd down coming up here. Philadelphia Soul on top, 42-31 over the Valor right now. 6:45 remaining in the game, but the Valor threatening. So 2nd down and 1, ball on the 8 coming up here. And T.T. Tolliver's been pretty quiet tonight.
He's been quiet, man. I want to see some action from him. He's the veteran on the team. He's the guy, the all-time, all-purpose leader in this league. So I want to see this guy get live and spark something for this team.
Greg Carr in motion, but they swing it out instead to Mr. Washington, Mike Washington, with nowhere to go.
Nowhere.
Obviously, right now, the Soul defense is going to pay attention to him and really key in on him and try and shut him down. Someone else is probably going to have to beat the Valor.
Yeah, someone got to make a chance or get a chance, and regardless of what happens, they just have to get some points on the board.
Well, you and I have been talking all day about these wide receivers. Greg Carr, Julius Gregory, T.T. Tolliver, obviously. There are weapons there. Do you think Meyer has to look to someone else, or do you still keep going back to Washington?
He's got to get open. Someone got to get open.
Meyer drops back right over the middle there to Greg Carr.
Good way to move the chain.
Absolutely. So it's not a touchdown, but it is a 1st down as Greg Carr picks it up. Stopped by James Romaine. So Greg Carr there, 1st down. So here we go. First set of downs for the Valor. Right here. They got to get in here, Santana.
Well, the one thing we knew coming into this game wasn't going to be easy on both sides, and I think both defenses have shown that. So it's been a pretty much played out game the way that we thought it was going to be. It's going to be pretty tough in the secondary, take advantage of opportunities that's given, but it's not going to be that many given.
5 minutes remaining in this ball game. Meyer
good catch.
Up top. Is that a catch or an interception? Well, await to hear it. Dwayne Hollis comes up with the ball, and that is indeed an interception for the Philadelphia Soul. Dwayne Hollis makes the play. And is that just a 50-50 ball there, Tana, as we look at the replay?
Who wanted more? Who wanted more? It seemed like a catch from the start, and
sure
then
did.
The defender was in a great position to snatch it away from him.
It is ruled an interception. It did look like Greg Carr had it. That's just weight room, isn't it?
Greg Carr slowed it down for Hollis to take advantage of him. That's just what he did. Took advantage of him and snatched it away from him.
That's weight room. You can't take my cookies like that.
Yeah, well, he did that. Just that.
42-31.
Not looking good for the Valor.
Soul on top of the Valor. Valor with a big shot there to score a touchdown and make this game closer. And head coach Dean Kokinos is going to challenge it. The Valor still scoreless in the second half, Santana.
Could you believe it? I mean, when you thought about it coming into this game, you know, they got a chance. And it was a bye week last week, but they still started off strong like I thought they will. But like I said before, in the first game, in the first outing, they came off a little rusty in that second half. So it's something they have to change up when they're coming out of those locker rooms, because they can't afford to come out here in both second halves, or can't afford to do this any other second half and not put up points early in this game.
Coach Kokinos fired up. You see him talking to the refs there. He's arguing, hey, listen, Carr had the ball. He had possession of the ball. He hit the wall. He's in the end zone. That's a touchdown. He's saying the act of Hollis ripping the ball from him, it shouldn't even get to that, because Carr had it in his possession. As we look at the replay, Coach is arguing Carr has it here. He's hit the wall. The play, the momentum has stopped. That's a touchdown. Of course, the ruling on the field, as we know, as of now, Dwayne Hollis, the ripping of the ball, and it's ruled an interception. So you got to challenge it if you're Coach Kokinos. Yeah, I understand the challenge.
Yeah, you have to throw that flag out there and make that challenge, but at the same time, it's going to be hard to overturn, because it was one of those plays that it happened so quickly. You didn't know who had possession, and at the end of the play, the Soul had possession. So unless they see something different when they go and check out this play or replay this play, I think it's the Soul ball and it's a touchdown.
Take me into the wide receiver world. You are coached, are you not, to complete the play, so to speak?
Yeah.
On plays like that, how are you coached?
Well, we coach to make sure we secure the ball and don't let no one else get it from us. If we can't have it, they can't have it either. Right there, you can't fault the receiver. He did just that. He went up for the ball at the highest point, and he's a pretty tall receiver. And he grabbed it, but he was off balance grabbing it because he had to deal with the defender and the wall. That's the thing about this game. You know, you have to deal with more than just the defender at times. And I think the wall kind of ricocheted him to make the defender have a chance to snatch the ball away from him. So you can't fault the receiver on there. He did the best he can do. He grabbed the ball. He had it in his possession, but the defender just became a good player and took it from him.
You mentioned the defender snatching the ball. As a receiver, how do you defend against it?
And you can't at that moment right there, because as you can see, that guy was off balance and he was being pushed over that wall. At that time, he had no leverage. All the leverage was sitting in the DB's hand, and that's why Hollis had so much opportunity to snatch it away, because he knew at that moment that the receiver didn't have enough balance to even take advantage of his little body and fight for the ball from him.
So essentially, the wall becomes an extra defender in a way.
Exactly.
Such a huge call. Here comes the ref. We'll take a listen. This is a huge call, Santana. Let's take a listen.
After review, the receiver never had control of the ball when he came down with foot in bounds. The ball was loose, intercepted by Philadelphia, down by contact, so the call on the field is confirmed. First down, Philadelphia.
Coach Kokinos not happy with that, but you can see him now saying, all right, hey, we lost it. Let's go. Let's refocus. It's hard to say there's still time to come back in this game, but Santana, there's still time to come back in this game.
No question. I mean, it's still a lot of time on the board. You got 4 minutes left, a little over 4 minutes left, and we've seen much happen in less than that. So it's still a lot of opportunity out there. You can get a pick six right now, and this game will be another ball game all over again.
I've been saying his name like Candyman. I hope he pops up. Tracy Belton, where art thou? I need you. Pop up, make a play, give me a pick six like you did in the first quarter. So they're getting the clock straight now here.
The play clock on my whistle. No game clock. Thank you.
So 54 remaining in the ball game. 42-31. Philadelphia Soul on top of our Washington Valor. First down. Ball on the 5. We got to get a stop.
No question.
Rodaball drops back, has a man there on the wall. And that's going to move it a little bit short of a first down. Sean Kaulinamoku with the catch. And we've seen that quick out to him all night. Hasn't really done anything deep with our good friend, as you call him, SK.
Yeah.
But he seems to almost be a security blanket in a way, almost like a tight end.
You know, he was the guy coming into this game. He had over 5 catches last week. So,
just dumping off.
You just keep dumping it to him, and then, eventually he's going to make something big happen.
Second down and 4, ball on the 11, 4:15 remaining. There's the big boy, Michael Benson, who's going nowhere. Hey, Santana calls him smothered pork chops.
We asked for Belton, and he came up big right down that tackle.
I need him, Tana. I need him. I need more, Tracy. And really, that shows you how great of a player Belton is. We see him in coverage do his thing, but he comes up and hits that big cat like that. I mean, he's showing you he can play the run, too.
Yeah, you don't get too many DBs coming up making tackles like that.
Especially that big boy. Third down and 6 now. Ball on the 10. 3:40 remaining. Soul on top, 42-31. Rodaball. And the pass is complete over the middle to Ryan McDaniel. McDaniel fights forward for a few more yards. That is a first down. So McDaniel, it's interesting. McDaniel and Kaulinamoku seem to be the guys on the outside and even over the middle that Roddenball will dump down to, and then he'll take his big shots with Darius Reynolds.
Yeah. I mean, you've been seeing the same thing I've been seeing. They're doing well with their three-headed monsters. They're making sure all of them get a chance to, get warm and get involved in the, the passing game. And then when it's time to take their shot, it's mostly Reynolds that's going down the middle of the field deep.
Unless they're down there on that goal line, then they're giving it to big smothered pork chops, Michael Benson. First down here, and speaking of which, there's the big man there. He's got nifty feet for a big cat, man. And he's finally brought down. Doesn't gain much, but as we know, we're running the ball, so the clock continues to run. Second down coming up. 2:25 remaining in this ball game. Soul on top, 42-31. As Michael Benson doesn't really go anywhere, but does drag a few defenders with him. That's a load to bring down. And they're just milking the clock here, Santana, huh?
Yeah, they playing smart football right now, making sure the offense can be have the last possession.
2 minutes remaining. Roddenball has his guy, SK, Sean Kaulinamoku. And looks like a first down from where I'm sitting. Yes, first down picked up there from the Soul. As we're under 2 minutes now, 42-31, Soul on top of the Valor. Santana with every ticking moment in this game. My heart breaks a little bit more and more, my friend.
Yeah, because it was there for the for the Valor to take, and you can see how penalties and a little couple of miscues here and there can cause you a football game.
Dan Roddenball hands it off to Michael Benson again. No surprise there. They're just going to try to run this thing out with a minute remaining in this game, a minute 10. Minute 11 here as the timeout is taken.
Timeout. Washington. That is their second charge to this half.
Takes a timeout there. Remember, he lost the timeout because of the lost challenge. So Coquinos takes another timeout there. Let's listen in.
Just shut up and fucking play. You got it. You good? Let's go. We're playing the full. Don't go outside. We're playing. Bully. Bully. Come on, bully. Let's go. Play the 60. Bully. Counter quick. He comes down the middle. Chop him. Counter quick.
Hey, Jimmy,
check it, man. Huh? Play him. Let's go. You got it.
They're running the ball.
Play. Right here. Come on. Let's go.
There we go, 10. I mean, you hear Coach telling them there, finish the game. Finish the game. I know you're down. It's a minute 11 left, but the character of this football team is to finish it.
Yeah, all you want to do is see you guys finish. Play to the end of the whistle, man. You know, I've seen stranger things happen with lesser time. So they go out there and just play the way they know. You never know what can happen. They maybe come up with a turnover and, you know, get points out of it. You never know. So just play, do your part. At the end of the day, when the whistle blows and it's 0-0 on the board, then that's all you can, you know, play for. And that's what they got to do right now.
No question about it. This team does not quit. Most teams, as you know, Santana, take on the spirit, if you will, of their head coach, Dean Coquinos, a tough guy. I mean, he's a fighter, and this team's going to have that. And not to mention, this is a defending champ, for God's sakes. I mean, it's not like they're losing to a bunch of scrubs here.
Not at all. Like I said earlier, man, you have to knock these guys out, and you gave them hope, and you gave them a chance by having some of the, you know, the mishap that they had, you know, on both sides of the ball. Unfortunately, you know, that can cost you the game, and we're seeing right now they're in that situation.
42-31, Soul on top of the Valor. $1:11 remaining in this ball game. 2nd down and 7, ball on the 11. And the Soul's going to run it again with Michael Benson, and he's going nowhere fast. That's big number 93, Everett Dawkins. There's a couple big bodies there, Santana.
That is their third and
you
final
heard Coach said they're going to run the ball. So, you know, they was aware and they was prepared for that, knowing they're going to get the ball to Benson.
Final timeout taken by Coach Coquinos as the Soul on top of the Valor, 42-31 with $1:05 remaining. Here's a revived cryo big freeze of the game. Everett Dawkins taking out Michael Benson there on the run. And so we'll have a 3rd and 9 here with the ball on the 13-yard line. 1:05 remaining. Soul on top, 42-31. And what does it mean here if you get a stop, maybe a field goal attempt, or even a turnover on downs? What does that kind of just say about the spirit of this team to end it?
That they had no give up in them. You want to see the team don't give up. I mean, you understand the situation and circumstances right now in this game. You're down, what, by 11, and any other team will fold their tails. But if you show them a surge and say, hey, we're not going to give up, you never know what can happen.
Here we go, 1:05 remaining in this ball game. There's a man in motion. And of
Play the
course, Rodenball's looking for him. It's out of bounds there. That was my favorite name. Sean Kalinamoku was the intended receiver.
I don't know if you catch me saying little things before they make their plays, but I'm so in tune to this game right now. I'm like a coach, like telling them what to do and how to do it. I catch myself every time a ball goes up in the air. I'm telling the defender to play the ball. I'm telling the wide receiver how to catch it. Oh my God, I can't get away, man.
You can take a player out of the game, but you can't take the game out of a player.
No doubt.
Minute left in this ball game. As the Philadelphia Soul right now in control, in command. 42-31 over our Washington Valor. And so Philly will move on now, undefeated. And the Valor, their first loss. The Valor will try and right the ship next week in the land, Cleveland, against the Gladiators.
I can tell you one thing, man. I didn't see this coming the way that we started this game off, you know. But you have to tip your hat off to the champs. That's why they're the champs. You know, they withstood all that the Valor brought to them early in the game. And they showed them that at the end of the day, as long as we do the right things throughout the whole entire game, then we have a chance to win. And this got to be a learning lesson. I'm pretty sure the coach is going to be able to put this tape on and show this team that this is how you can lose a game. And that's what the Valor did. They put themselves in situations to lose.
Here's the revived cryo, big freeze of the game. And it's this pick six. It's a pick six from the beginning of the game. Happier time, Santana. Tracy Belton. And at that point, it put the Valor up 14-0.
It was something that we anticipated coming into this game, seeing Belton play big against his old team. And you would like to see a few more of those plays made tonight, but those guys stayed away from him most of the time.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I feel like, to your point, the soul really took Belton out of the game by just staying away from him. Rauderball taking a shot at the end zone, and it's a touchdown. So add insult to injury here. Touchdown Soul. Sean Kaulina-Moku with the touchdown from Dan Rauderball, and that's another 5-touchdown performance from Rauderball. In 2 weeks, a guy has 10 touchdowns.
Well, like they say always, when it rains, it pours. And tonight it has poured on our Valor.
Fifth touchdown pass of the game from Rauderball. 48-31. Soul now just fully in command, and we see some of the fans going ahead and beating traffic early here from the Verizon Center. Getting out of here, Santana.
Oh, man. I feel their pain.
I do too, man. Under a minute remaining, 56 seconds left, as the Soul now put an explanation point on this game. Tough day for Washington sports, man. We get a Valor loss, we get a Wizard loss. Man, I'm going to go home tonight. Pour one up. Let's go in the huddle.
Got it. Need a good return right here. To the house on 3. 1, 2, 3. Finish.
So, no secret there. They're looking for a return to the house.
No doubt, man. You have to play the game to the end of the whistle. And to that clock says 0-0-0, then you have to go out there and take advantage of every opportunity that's given. I hate to see that they don't have their playmaker back there in Washington, but it's giving a chance to a guy, you know, like McGlynn to make something happen. So I hope he get all the reps he can get, because you never know who you might have to depend on come next week if Washington's not healthy.
Santana, from a player perspective, what did you do in games like this? When it's a minute left, you're clearly not going to win. What went through your mind?
Well, you never know, honestly, you know, and I mean, if you want to be political with it, you know, the one game I've always heard of when I walk around these streets in D.C. is how we came back and beat beat Dallas, you know, in the miracle on Monday night. So I was one of those guys that just played to the end, man. You know, you never know what might be called or what might can happen, and unless it says 0-0, I'm gonna keep fighting.
Well, let's hope Cameron McGlynn channels Santana Moss here as he bobbles it and picks it up in the end zone. He brings it out, but that's about it. He's looking for a pitch. He does pitch it. Tracy Belton has it, gets a block. He's zigging, he's zagging, he's got more blocks. He gets to midfield, he pitches it, and he pitches it to Bernard Morris, who is taken down there at midfield. So excitement, if nothing else.
I think that last pitch was forward.
And you may be right about that. Belton seems to be getting up gingerly.
During the return, illegal force pass by number 8 of the receiving team. 5-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. Washington ball,
so
first down.
The ref says number 8. He meant number 6, Tracy Belton, charged with the forward pass. You called that one, Santana. And we got excitement, if nothing else there, and good field positioning, even with the penalty here with 43 seconds remaining in this game. And how about Belton? I mean, a couple more blocks, Belton would have been gone. And we'll see also why he came a little bit gimpy there, as you see the forward pass. That's what drew the flag.
Belton showed a little razzle-dazzle.
Absolutely. 43 seconds remaining in this ball game. 49-31, Soul in command. Eric Meyer under duress, drops back, and he just throws it away. Greg Carr, the closest wide receiver there, but there was nowhere for Meyer to go. He was under pressure, and he just got rid of it. Smart move. And so 38 seconds remaining now. 49-31. Soul on top.
Illegal formation. Number 98, lined up too wide. 5-yard penalty. First down.
So a little bit of help there for the Valor as Teddy Jennings with the illegal formation. And that'll give the Valor 5 yards and a first down. 38 seconds remaining in this ball game. You see the score. Philadelphia Soul 49. Our Washington Valor 31. First down here as the Valor just trying to put some more points up for respect now. T.T. Tolliver in motion. Myers in trouble, and he's going down. And a sack there from the Soul. Oh, man. Sean Daniels gets in there, the defensive end. And Valor now just trying to hurry up as the clock keeps running. 25 seconds. Myers going to spike it. He's going to clock it. And to me, that was just a breakdown on the offensive line, Santana.
It's been like that all night, though. You know, one of the things that we talked about earlier in the game about the Soul, you know, having that big guy like Benson, he was like that extra help in the backfield.
Yeah.
If anything broke down. But it seemed like that the Soul has been able to get to Myers a lot tonight, and it's been causing some of those mishaps and causing some of those bad decisions by him. And when you can't protect the quarterback, you don't give him enough time to see the open guy, and that's what they've been, you know, dealt with the whole game.
Absolutely, and if it's not sacks, it's pressures. We even saw a pass deflection that led to an interception down here in the end zone. And there's T.T. Tolliver, man in motion, but it's Gregory that gets it.
Oh.
He trucks someone and keeps it moving. Julius Gregory, big play there. 17 seconds remaining in this game. That's a lot of man to bring down.
No doubt. You'd like to see that early in this game, man. Give them a little more chance. But right now, you're just fighting to make sure you can make the best of it and make the most of this game.
17 seconds remaining in the game. Soul going to go on to more than likely win this one, barring some type of mathematical miracle. 49-31 over the Valor. Clock just started running there. I think the refs are going to blow this one dead and figure it out. Clock was at 17 seconds. I look up, and it's running. It goes down to 15, so we'll see if they'll put time back on here. And that's what I think they're discussing now. And so at this point, offensively, do you just take what the defense gives you? I imagine they're probably playing back. So do you just take the little dink and dunks to your big guys, Gregory and Carr, and hope they can make some moves and run some people over, or do you take a shot at the end?
Well, you're going to have to take a shot sooner or later. I mean, it's nothing that's going to be more rewarding than saying that we can finish this half and at least put some points on the board. Right now, they over in this half, so they have to take a shot. But like you said before, take what they're giving you, and then you take the shot.
T.T. Tolliver's in motion, and he's the guy that comes up with the catch. And that's going to be good for a first down. The clock is ticking, though. Valor need to hurry up if they're going to take a shot. You look at the play clock here, it's at 3 seconds. Meyer goes to spike it, but it looks like he lost it, Santana.
Yeah,
I think that was a fumble. Meyer went to spike the ball and get another play off, and that was just sloppy. And instead, it ends up a fumble, and that's how we're going to end this game. 49-31. Philadelphia outscored Washington 21-0 in the second half. Here's the stat brought to you by Red River. And that's what it is. No Valor touchdowns in the fourth quarter. Philly outscore the Valor 21-0 in the second half.
Who would have thought? Who would have thought, brother? I mean, these guys showed so much promise in the first half, and to come out in the second half and be over, man, that's not a great outing by this team, and I'm pretty sure they're going to have a long week ahead of themselves dealing with those coaches this week in practice.
Superhero night tonight here at the Verizon Center. The Valor could have used some superheroes tonight. Let's go to Caitlin Mangum down there with Coach Gutierrez.
Coach, tough loss, your first as a franchise. What are your feelings right now?
Well, the game's about possessions. We had a good first half. We won the possession battle, and things got a little, that's arena game. You got to secure the ball on offense. And we had our hands on a lot of balls in the second half on defense. So, we just gave up the possessions in the second half, and that's what happens sometimes, and they beat us.
Now you got to turn your attention to next week, Cleveland, your first road game. What do you tell your team to rebound from this loss and get a win on the road?
Yeah, we just reset. We'll move on. This game's in the past, and nothing ever changes. We'll move on. We'll get ready for Cleveland, and we got to go play on the road.
Great. Thank you so much, Coach. Thank you.
And we'll see now as the Valor become road warriors heading to Cleveland, to the land, to take on the Gladiators. And this one was a heartbreaker. I mean, look,
yeah.
You know, like you said, ample opportunity, and they just let it slip away. 49-31, the final score. Seoul hands of Valor their first loss of the season. And we'll go to Dan Nolan, who's, I don't know, where is Dan in the Bud Light party zone? Dan's everywhere. Dan the man, what do you got down there?
I'll tell you what, this was a lively bunch the whole game. But the result, it's tough on some fans like Ron. Ron, what's going through your mind right now? A tough one for the Valor.
You know, I was at the Baltimore Brigade opener, and we won a real close one. They came at the end of the game, and I just had that hope, that feeling that we would do this again today, and it didn't happen. But you know what? They tried hard. They're a good squad. We're going to do well. I have a feeling about it.
It's quite a pep talk here. A day one fan, Ron, spirits are high still, despite the game. Guys, back to you.
As we wrap up here, that was a heartbreaker, man. 49-31, Seoul win it. Just give me your thoughts. I mean, we talked about missed opportunities.
Yeah.
Give me your thoughts and break it down what went wrong for the Valor tonight.
Well, when you watch this game, the one thing you can take from this game that the Washington Valor showed you a way how to lose a game. You know, they had so much promise in this game, and they had so many opportunities that was taken away from them. You know, they was in the red zone, what we call the green zone, numerous of times, and they came away with no points. You tip your hats off to the team like the Seoul, like we said before. They are the champs, so you have to beat the champs, and they didn't do that today, and they showed you why they're the champs. So all they can do is go back, like Coach said, take it for what it is, and rebuild and look forward to next week.
I think the thing for me that stood out was 0 points in the second half, Santana, for the Valor. I mean, we talked coming in about it being a heavyweight fight, going back and forth and seesawing the whole time. We saw that in the first half. The second half, they come out historically. I know it's funny to say historically 2 games in, but historically it seemed like the Valor's sort of a slow starting second half team. So maybe you understand the third quarter.
Yeah.
But to score 0 points the whole half and then not get it going in the fourth quarter, that was something that was shocking to me.
Well, the Seoul came out and showed why they were the champ, like I said. And we talked about early in the game. You know, both of the teams had 2 great secondaries. So we wanted to see which team was going to, you know, outdo who's secondary. So it looked like the Seoul won that battle.
Okay, let's go somewhere where you're familiar, the locker room. Unfortunately, it's after a loss for the Valor, but let's go there and hear from Coach Kokinos.
And the trainer. You got to be in here. Come on. Shut that door. All right. All right, quit typing. Quit typing. Type off. Eyes up, man. Eyes up. That's it. Hey, that's it.
Do I have a card for that?
That's it. Reset. We'll move on. Report all your injuries
Do I have a card
to
for
trainer.
that?
That's it. We're moving. Game's over. We're moving. Let it go. All right, we'll correct it. Now's not the time. You state one thing we always do. We do what? We're moving on. 1 game. All right, we'll clean it up next week. But you got to take care of your reporting everything to trainer today. We got to go back to work. We got a game next week. We're moving next game. This is over. We're moving. We're together. We played our 21 for 60. It's over. Let it go. Simple as that. We'll go out and meet our fans. Hey, we're building. We'll go see our fans now. Hold your head up. Go do our deal out there. Let's get out real quick, do it, and we'll come back here. Go to the after party at the Green Turtle. Let's go. Nothing changed. We're together. All right, let's go. Come on. All right. Get your prayer. Get your prayer. Let's go.
Time now for the dirty move of the game. Getting dirty with it. And here it is, Tana. It was the deflection from T.T. Tolliver that ended up in the hands of Mike Washington. Happier times for the Valor at that time with the touchdown. That's a dirty move of the game. And really, Mike Washington really balled out tonight. I mean, there was something there with an injury, with a leg they said he was favoring. And he never seemed quite the same after halftime. He was still getting involved with the offense, but not the same explosiveness. That's something to keep an eye on moving forward, too.
Yeah, if you ask me, Mike Washington played a big role into why the Valor couldn't get nothing going in the second half. he didn't show the same, burst that I saw in the first half. And you can tell that kind of hurt the team. He's the playmaker. He's the go-to guy. Even with a guy like T.T. Tolliver, who's the old vet on the team, I think Washington is the guy that they want to go to and get those big plays from.
Why didn't you think we saw more production out of T.T. Tolliver? It seemed like Gregory and some of those other big receivers were getting the ball, but we didn't see a lot of T.T. Tolliver.
Well, you got to think, man, T.T. Tolliver, he's an older guy. I'm not sure if he's one of those guys that's going to stretch the field like he used to, That's why you have a Mike Washington. He's the guy that stretched the field. And then you have the big guys like Carr, and you have, Gregory. All those guys can, go up there and play the ball at a high point. But Mike Washington is your playmaker, and he's that special guy that if he's nicked or something going wrong with him, it's almost like a letdown for your offense because he's the guy that's going to bring that explosiveness from the offense in.
Something else I'd like to see more of that we didn't see any tonight, we saw very little in the first game, is the Valor running the ball.
Yeah.
I mean, Will Corbin, he's not getting the calls, he's not getting the football. Eric Meyer's not exactly a running quarterback, so to speak. He's not afraid to tuck it and run with it, but that's certainly not his specialty. It just doesn't seem like the Valor have a running the football presence. At least tonight with the Philadelphia Soul, we saw big, what'd you call him, smothered pork chop Michael and Benson running the ball.
Yeah.
We're not getting that from the Valor.
Well, the situation in football, when you have opportunity to run like they showed early in the game, they put the running quarterback in the game and he got something done on that end. I think it's not something that you emphasize in this kind of a game. This game is showing you that as long as you throw that ball in the air, you have a chance. So if you're not having a chance to really run the ball and get yardage like a first down or get a touchdown of it, why do it? I think taking advantage of that wide open field, that wide open short field with single coverage, that's why this arena game is so live and action-packed, because you get a chance to see them throw the ball so much.
That's a lot from us.
Yeah.
Let's go to Thunder Dan Nolan, who has more.
All right, guys, we're here with some brand new Valor fans. Again, unfortunately, the loss tonight, but this was your first game, right?
Yes, but it was a great game, even though we lost. Too bad, but it was a great game. We had a lot of fun.
All smiles here right now. All right, so for the rest of the group here, first game, Bud Light Party Zone. Was this a pretty good time tonight?
Absolutely. Yes. Best time. We had the best time. Yes. It's so hard.
I don't know if you could pick anybody individually, but the consensus is it was a pretty good time. So, guys, back to you.
Here's the stat brought to you by Red River. The stat brought to you by Red River. And it's 4 touchdowns in the first half, scoreless in the second. We just talked about it.
Yeah.
I mean, neither one of us saw that coming.
Not at all, man. I mean, I was excited just coming into this game knowing that the offenses had so much potential on both sides. Both secondaries had so much potential. But just to think that I wouldn't even thought that, the Valor would come out here and be over in the second half. You have to tip your hats off to the Soul. They showed you why, like I said earlier, they're the champs. They came out here, and there was numerous of times in the game we saw those guys didn't get open and didn't have a chance to really make any plays. So the Soul showed why they're the champs, and it's going to be very interesting to see who can really take on this lead, because right now it seems like the Soul is leading the pack.
All right, Tana, is it me or is it getting cold in here? Here's the Revive Cryo Big Freeze of the game. And here it is. And it was our boy, Tracy Belton, the former Philadelphia Soul defensive back of the year, with the pick 6 early in this game. And he just read that one.
Oh, man, I would like to see more plays like that made today, but we weren't lucky enough to see that.
Well, hopefully we'll be lucky enough in the next game on the road as the Valor take on, well, hopefully we'll be lucky enough in the next game on the road as the Valor, it's home games, road games. What does it mean to get your first road game under your belt?
Well, you like to go into the road game, with a great record. Right now, they're 1-1. So, they look at a matchup to go against a team like Cleveland to go out there and try to get this win.
Coverage on Monumental Sports Network begins at 7 p.m. For Santana Moss, this is Travis Thomas saying so long from the Verizon Center. And our final score tonight, a heartbreaker. Philadelphia Soul 49, Washington Valor 31. This webcast has been a presentation of Monumental Sports Network.
So much distance between us.